players, alumni, and staff joining the Greater Cleveland Food Bank to package meals and food items for local shelters, food pantries, and food sites throughout Northeast Ohio. The Browns also making a $10,000 donation to the Great Cleveland Food Bank. So great stuff by all the teams. Speaking of good people, the 32 nominees for the 2022 Art Rooney Sportsmanship Award announced Tuesday. The award recognizing players around the league who exemplify outstanding sportsmanship on the field. Good luck to all 32. You really can't go wrong with anybody on this list. And also news announced this morning, we had our guest earlier in the show, Cordell Patterson. He was named NFC Special Teams Player of the Week. And also Tony Pollard of the Cowboys named the AFC Offensive Player of the Week as well. Jamie.
Well, as they should be. Congratulations to CP
NFC.
and Tony. That's a great, excuse me, exactly. That's a great pivot from Tony Pollard. Let's talk about Dallas Cowboys, Will. Thank you very much. Okay. The Cowboys and the Salvation Army are once again partnering for the Red Kettle campaign. Here to tell us about the 26th year of partnership are Cowboys owner, president, and general manager Jerry Jones, the executive vice president and chief brand officer of the Cowboys, Charlotte Jones, and the commissioner and national commander of the Salvation Army, Kenneth Hodder. Welcome.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Good morning. Good morning.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Yes.
Yes, absolutely. You guys look fantastic. The Salvation Army, the Red Kettle is such an impactful image on Thanksgiving. Jerry, last year's campaign supported more than 25 million Americans. Why is the Red Kettle campaign and this partnership with the Salvation Army so important to your family?
Well, it's important to all of us with our family and obviously with our entire team, because this gives us an opportunity to take the visibility of Thanksgiving Day playing in front of over 70 million people we expect when we face off with the Giants, to couple that with an incredible entertainer of the Jonas Brothers and use that visibility to talk about the Salvation Army and to talk about how they help the people who need it most in our communities at a time when people really are struggling. And for us to be able to take that game and that visibility and to inspire the millions of people around the country to support the Salvation Army, to support those who need it most, that is our purpose. That's what we should use in the NFL, who we are, to make a difference and to make an impact in our community.
Charlotte, I'll follow up asking you another question here, because this campaign has raised more than $2.9 billion since the national kickoff began in 97. I get $2.9 billion, a fundraising approach which was spearheaded by you. What goals do you guys have for this year's fundraising campaign, and what does this mean to you personally, as we've had you on the show every year of Good Morning Football around the Thanksgiving time?
Yes, well, thank you for that, and I love the way you say it, because my father would be proud. $2.9 billion for the Salvation Army, and that means there's a lot of people out there in need, and that's an important reminder that the need is greater, probably 25% to 50% greater this year than it was last year alone. Inflation, the pandemic, all the things that people struggle with, they really are feeling it now, and if we can step up and help people get inspired to give, to help others, then that's what we're doing. And this year, you know, we have another big goal, $160 million that we hope that we raise, and even more than that, because people need it so much. And when we're helping 25 million people across the country, that's a lot of turkey, that's a lot of Christmas, but otherwise these people would be homeless, they would be without clothes, they would be without shelter and food, and this is what we inspire to do, and this is probably why I'm so passionate and why we're so proud of our partnership with the Salvation Army.
Charlotte, we can hear the passion in your voice and how you talk about it and how much it means to you. And Kenneth, with so many people struggling just to make ends meet this holiday season, there's so much going on, rising costs of living, inflation, so many different things. How can our viewers get involved that want to help?
Well, first of all, I want to say, because the need is so great this year, if there's someone who's watching today who has a need, call your local Salvation Army. The Salvation Army is in every zip code across the nation, and we want to do everything we possibly can to help whatever the need is: food, clothing, toys, housing. All of these things are things that the Salvation Army can help when people contact us. But if people are able to give, we're very grateful. There are lots of ways to do it. You can put a little money into a kettle. If you go to a kettle, you don't have any change or dollar bills on you, you can use Apple Pay or Google Pay or Venmo or PayPal. You can go on our website, salvationarmyusa.org, to find out about giving and volunteer opportunities. Or you can even say to Alexa, Alexa, donate to the Salvation Army, and you can help us that way too.
It really is that easy. Meanwhile, 2 words: love beyond. I think it's what Jerry has for beating the Giants, and also is the campaign mantra this year. It's wonderful to have the 3 of you on today. Can you tell us what that means, love beyond, and how the campaign really embodies those 2 words?
Love Beyond is about loving beyond the circumstances in which people find themselves. If we can show love to folks and get them beyond homelessness, beyond hunger, beyond loneliness, that is really what America is about. It's what the Salvation Army is about. It's what this campaign is about. So we're hopeful that people will help us to demonstrate that we can love beyond circumstances and our differences, come together and help our neighbors.
Guys, it's an amazing endeavor that you guys do, and it's also an incredible cause that we are very passionate about here. We're also a football show, and Jerry, while we've got you, you got to be feeling pretty good about your boys coming off that rough loss to the Packers with a 40-3 blowout in Minnesota. What did you learn about the guys with the stars on their helmets, and how are you feeling as you head towards tomorrow's game against the Giants?
Well, to begin with, I wanted to see how we responded against a real setback against the Packers the week before. And we had our hearts on that game, and we didn't get it done. And when you find out the most about yourself is when you've got to pull it out. You've got to come up, straighten up, and you've got to go get it. The way this team responded after the loss to the Packers, the disappointing, that was Mike McCarthy's go-home game, to where he'd come from, been fired from, after winning a Super Bowl. Well, then we didn't get it done. Here they come back, and they play probably as complete a game as I've seen with the Cowboys. That really shows me something about this team. Now, I'm sitting here on this chair in this end zone. I'm guarding this spot. I don't want a giant in this end zone tomorrow with our guys. But what that's really going to do is really not inspire our team. But it makes a point to be here before the game talking about what the Salvation Army is about. You know, the NFL is the greatest place to get an eyeball in the country today. More people are watching it. More people will be watching that game tomorrow than anything, and a perfect setting, Thanksgiving Day. That's when we want to show them compassion, grace. That's when we want to show how to reach out and help the guy that doesn't have it going so good. We can do that through the Salvation Army, and when we do it, although it's the Cowboys playing, we'll be going to every town in this country, every city in this country. That's what's so special about it. I hope our players jump in that red kettle like Zeke did about 15 times tomorrow.
I hope they do too, because we will never forget Zeke doing it. You guys are so wonderful with this. And Jerry, you've always been a visionary. Indulge us another vision. Let's talk a 2023 Thanksgiving game. It's home. The Cowboys are playing next year, and the kettles are there. How about a vision of Odell Beckham Jr. jumping into the kettle with the star in his helmet, and the place goes crazy? Can you talk to us about this, and could this possibly happen? We'd love it.
Let me see if I see the same vision.
Yes.
Ooh, I see it.
Yes. You can see it.
It's there. Oh, there it is. There it is. Oh, he did a flip. He did a flip catching the ball. Right.
It's a Thanksgiving miracle.
I've got it. I've got it. There he goes.
It's a Thanksgiving miracle, Jamie.
It's a Thanksgiving miracle with visions of Odell Beckham Jr. dancing in his head. Hey, guys, let's rack up that $2.9 billion number that the Joneses and Kenneth Hodder have put together for the Salvation Army. It's so fantastic.